Hi, this is Laurie at NoPay MBA. As promised, I'm answering some of the questions that people submitted on Facebook with some personalized video messages. So I want to start with a big thank you to everyone who contributed questions. I got a lot of very thoughtful questions and comments, and I'm going to try to answer as many of them as I can in this short video. So let's begin at the beginning with a couple of questions about getting started. So I've got a question from Nick. Starting from ground zero, which topics for study should you tackle first? Which areas are the most critical as a foundation, and which courses provide that grounding? And a question from Gabrielle in Brazil, who asked, how were you able to plan your MBA curriculum, given that some MOOCs might not be offered or might be archived? So let me start with Nick's question. So in general, MBA programs aren't heavily sequenced. So you can start with anything that has the word introduction in the title. I think the overall key is to balance breadth with depth. So in any MBA program, there are certain topics that you want to be sure to cover, even if it's just to become familiar with what is that subject. And then you'll dive deeper in an area of concentration. So I'll be releasing some materials at the end of this month to give more guidance on this topic. And to answer Gabrielle's question, I'll be including a complete list of courses that are currently available, courses that you could register for right away. So the next set of questions that I want to cover are on the MOOC MBA experience. What's it like to do a MOOC MBA? So first of all, Ngoyen asked me, what are the advantages of the teaching methods in MOOCs as compared with traditional courses? And Mark, who asked me, did you get enough instruction and feedback as compared with what you might experience in an actual classroom environment? Good questions. So first of all, let me talk about some of the advantages of MOOCs. They're on demand, so you can watch at any time. You can do the course when it works for you, you don't need to show up at a particular time or place. Another thing I really like is that you can rewind as much as you like, so that's certainly better than in a traditional classroom. Also, the professor has distilled for you what they think is the most important thing to learn, or the most important set of things to learn on their topic. So you're really getting a very crystallized, high-quality version of that person's course. Another thing I like about MOOCs is that it's really easy to change your mind. Even if halfway through the course you decide that you want to be taking something else, it's really easy to make that decision. And I think the big disadvantage is what Mark spoke about. There is less human feedback. The grading is done by computer. You don't get that personal touch that you would get in a regular classroom, which is why you have to do more than just sit in MOOC courses and passively absorb. If you want to get a great education, you need to put your new skills to work in situations where you can actually get feedback. So I'll come back to that later in the Q&A.